Hey folks, John here. Welcome to This World, My Take. I hope you're doing good, and it's always an honor to have you stop by and check out what we have to say. We are the only channel where headlines meet real talk. Think about being part of the family, hit that subscribe button. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Kenya, East Africa. I want us to talk about Kenya. If you've been following the news coming out of that beautiful country, there has been a whole lot of manifestation and protests from the youth of that country who, under this current president, Mr. William Ruto, yes, I call him Mr. William Ruto because I do not think that he fits the caliber to be called the president and the leader. Ever since this man got into office, it has been nothing but chaos and mayhem. From a couple of months ago of youths protesting and invading the Parliament House to protest a bill that would change everything for these youths, increase living expenses, people who first of all do not have jobs, and now to the current situation which was sparked by the unaliving of a fellow Kenyan youth who wrote against, I think, a police inspector or a police captain, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I want to talk about this president is because it seems as if this president, just like every other African president, lurking behind, except those of the AES who decided to take their own destiny into their hands, and they are moving expeditiously and helping the people becoming independent. The reason I wanted to talk about this president is he recently came out during a presentation that he was given, and he bragged about, he is unashamed about the fact that he is going to use the sum of 1.5 billion Kenyan currencies to renovate the church that is present in the presidency. Now everybody, just like me, I'm laughing because it seems as if these folks really did not understand that they are put there by people, and they are put there to enhance and help the people that put them there to have a better lifestyle. Now, given what we have all been seeing and the growth that we've been seeing coming out of the AES, especially by the young Pan-Africanist man, President Captain Ibrahim Traore, every African youth is now on their heels to say this: if he can do it with the little resources that he has, why are we dying? Why don't we have jobs? Why do we have to pay blood and sweat just to pay for living expenses, while our politicians are busy going through our national resources as if it is their birthright? Now, if you've known the history of that beautiful country, you will know that Mr. William Ruto was aligned with one of the grandsons of the founding father of Kenya. Now, I don't want to talk about the whole family, of Jomo Kenyatta, but I want us to talk about the situation of this man saying that he is going to use 1.5 billion, which is a little bit over 9 million US dollars, just for a piece of property, which he is not going to be there for too long. Now, let me say this. Presidents in Kenya have terms. Every other president who came into that house from the independence of Kenya have lived through that same church. I don't know why this man thinks that he has to come in and to show the whole Kenyan youth, the population, that I need to renovate this church and I need to use your resources to renovate this church, when he is not even sure that he's going to win another term. Or else, this person wants us to know that maybe there is some kind of cabal and there's a plan for him to be there long term. I would say this: Africa is going to change when its political elites will start understanding that the moment they take they swear the oath, they are supposed to ensure that the lives of the people in this territory are supposed to be better. Look at what Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing in Burkina Faso. This man, in as short as less than 5 years, he is changing a whole lot of things in that little country. So why would a big country like Kenya, with a whole lot of resources at its beck and call, not be able to change the lifestyle of every Kenyan youth? Now, the youths have come out, and a whole lot of them have been unalived for protesting and fighting for their rights. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say this. It seems as if Africa has been cursed with leadership. It seems as if every leader that Africans vote for or do not vote for, because we do know that some of these African leaders, they come into power by not the legal way. You know, they're just trying to align themselves with maybe a philosophy or a party, and then they are elected. I would say this to all my Kenyan brothers and sisters. The world is watching. We are seeing what you guys are going through. And I would say this. Some of these leaders, some of these politicians that you guys put in place all over Kenya, you guys need to make sure that they leave office. Because with this kind of attitude, people are going without jobs. People are living, they are paying through doing crazy things to pay bills. Cost of living are going on. Cost of food is going up. But this man, rather than using this 9 million plus US dollar, the equivalent, this 1.5 billion Kenya currency, to, better situation for these youths, he thinks that, let me first fix the house of God, like he said. They gave me money to renovate and fix my presidency. Why would I fix it and leave the house of God? That mentality. Now, religious in Africa, we all know that it's a whole different conversation. But I want to throw this back to you. Do you think that this man is actually in his normal sense, in his rational senses, seeing what is going on and knowing that this man is trying everything at his might to crush this protest that these youths are actually protesting for, calling for a change? Every African youth is actually watching what all of these presidents would do, because we all know and we all see in front of our very own eyes what the young leaders doing in Burkina Faso, and we are starting to question. Now, the world is a complicated place. Let's keep talking about it. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. And my heart goes out to the Kenyan youths. You need to keep putting pressure, and I pray that African youth should stand up and we should smell the coffee. Because some of these political elites, they are the reason why we are unemployed. They are the reason why cost of living is high. They are the reason why embezzlement, fraud, and tribalism, nepotism is rampant all across countries in Africa. If you doubt me, look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. Stay blessed. I want to hear from you.